The financial industry is keeping secrets from you. Are you saying they're all lying so that you would keep giving them your money? In this video, I will reveal those 3 insider secrets. There's no such thing as that will help you take back control over your finances and improve your relationship with money for good. You're not bad at money. There's just not enough support out there. You can build your wealth with the best of them. Also, make sure to watch the whole video because I'll give you a simple recipe that you can use as a framework to manage your finances. Secret number 1. Let's talk monkeys. Bear with me here. Introducing the blindfolded monkey theory. When I was getting my MBA with a concentration in finance, we learned this theory early on in our studies. The theory states that a money manager is no better at picking stocks than a blindfolded monkey throwing darts at the financial pages of a newspaper. Not a trained monkey, a regular monkey that's blindfolded. So educated, experienced, conscientious money managers, the hotshots of finance, are no better at picking stocks than basically random chance. Am I calling these hardworking dudes monkeys? Don't look at me. It's this guy, a Princeton professor, Burton Malkiel, who in 1973 published a book called Random Walk Down Wall Street. This book caused a sensation on Wall Street. This guy expounded on the efficient market hypothesis and came up with the blindfolded monkey quote. The efficient market hypothesis states that, you guessed it, markets are efficient, which means that all information about a particular stock, for example, is already baked into the price of that stock. So it's impossible to predict where that price is going to go tomorrow. And therefore, it's impossible to generate better returns than the market average. So the finance bros or sisses, finance persons know nothing.
You know nothing, money man.
Even the genius investors who outperform the market year after year mostly got lucky. Now, like every theory, this one isn't perfect. It has its detractors, it has people saying it's wrong and this is why. But here's the fact. It is taught in finance school, so every finance professional knows about this, and most people don't. You know what this means? This means that the only people who are reliably making money are the money managers, because they will take a fee for their services, whether they outperform the market or not, whether your portfolio grows in value or not. I don't know about you, but when I first found out about this theory, it made me angry. They're taking my hard-earned money and they know no better than a monkey.
Don't be angry. It's such a destructive emotion. I think this is an occasion to rejoice. Now I know that I'm not the dummy when it comes to money. They're the dummies. But now that I know I'm not going to give my money to them, what should I do with it?
Thank you, enlightened Jamila. Can I call you EJ? Good. So, what should you do with your money? Simple. Since the markets are broadly efficient, for 99% of investors, the smartest strategy for investing is a conservative strategy.
Human language, please.
Sorry, don't try to outplay the players. Don't gamble on individual stocks. Don't trade every day or even every year. What you do is set up a direct deposit into your investment account, invest that money into low-cost index funds, and sit on that investment for decades. For people like you and me, with jobs, families, obligations, the only relatively safe bet is to bet that the US economy is going to grow in the course of the next decade or 2 or 3, right? The US stock market is a proxy for the US economy, and the S&P 500 index fund, for example, is a proxy for the US stock market. So what all of this means is buy index funds and sit on them for decades.
What's an index fund? How do I buy it?
I'll make another video on that and I'll link it somewhere over here and in the description. People are super busy and we have 2 more secrets to reveal. Plus, let me remind you, I'm going to reveal a simple recipe for personal finance. And also, if you want to write to me in the comments and tell me what is your number 1 challenge related to personal finance, and I will make sure to create some content around that. Okay? Secret number 2 will help you make financial decisions with ease. When I started working for a huge retirement fund as a financial analyst, I was so terrified of making decisions that I was paralyzed. What if the stock I pick goes down, and with it life savings of thousands of people? We're talking millions of dollars at a time.
Jamila, you just have to be right more times than you are wrong.
OMG, that is so simple. Now I can do my job. Thank you, Kevin.
His name wasn't Kevin, and he didn't have a mustache. Sorry, Derek. You're the best, honestly. Finance and economics are not an exact science. You're going to be wrong sometimes. Even the financial professionals are often wrong. They just know something you don't, which is you just have to be right more times than you are wrong. This framework helps my decision making in general, not just in terms of finance. Guys and dolls, if you're anything like me, you're being too hard on yourselves. Almost every single time I tell somebody that I'm starting a YouTube channel on finance, they say, "Oh, I'm so bad at money." Well, as you've learned in secret number 1, financial professionals are not that great either. And in secret number 2, you learned that they make a lot of mistakes as well. You're not bad at money. There's just not enough easily available financial education for people. That's why I started this YouTube channel. Well, that and my enormous ego and the need to be seen. Right, EJ? Huh? Look, you're watching this video, right? So you're already being conscientious about your money. You're halfway there. So what you can do is educate yourself just enough on the basics. Wink, wink, subscribe to my newsletter. That's linked in the description of this video below. Surround yourself with supportive people. Make considered decisions based on your own circumstances and goals. Set up systems so that you don't have to spend so much energy. It's not keep it simple, stupid. It's keep it systematic, smarty pants. And leave it alone. And go live your life. Go spend your time with your loved ones. Spend your life energy on living your life, not fretting over what the stock market's going to do, what the Fed's going to do, what the real estate market's going to do. You're not bad at money. You can totally do this. Okay, I'm about to reveal secret number 3, but first, as promised, here's the simple personal finance recipe. It has 3 main points. Spend less than you earn, spend your money on your needs, on experiences, and increasing your earnings power, have an emergency fund, and have a retirement fund. That's it.
Okay, Miss Obvious.
Yes, it's simple, I warned you. But I think it's helpful as a framework because, first of all, it works. Secondly, it cuts through the noise of the finance industrial complex. And thirdly, it gives people confidence in their ability to manage their own money. Have you heard this formula that Michael Pollan came up with in his book, An Eater's Manifesto? It goes, eat food, not too much, mostly plants. I love the simplicity of that. So I came up with my own version for personal finance. By the way, that guy, Michael Pollan, is now into psychedelics, apparently. But that's another story altogether.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. No time, EJ. I have to deliver value over here.
So that's it. That's a simple formula. You can download it at the link below, or you can just screenshot it, put it somewhere around here. That's what I do anyway. All right, secret number 3, woohoo! Plus, I'll give you some practical steps on how to avoid the traps that this secret has set for you. There are countless people on the internet who will tell you that they have the secret to getting rich, the sure thing, the free lunch. But as we all know,
there's no such thing as free lunch. There's no such thing as free lunch.
I know we all know this. But yet, for me, it's easy to forget that when I see a persuasive person say, he's gonna make me rich. That brings us to secret number 3. These people are selling you a product. I've been there. I've fallen for it. So I learned my lesson the hard way. I really want you to learn it the easy way without losing your hard-earned money. Don't believe the hype. Wait, these are people who legitimately made money using different methods. Are you saying they're all lying? No, you're right. I'm not saying that all these people are bad actors. Trigger warning, please. I'm a good actress. That's not the kind of bad actor I mean, EJ. I see you. They're not, strictly speaking, snake oil salesmen. And yes, it is possible to get insanely rich by investing in crypto or AI stocks or semiconductors or high-debt real estate purchases. But it's also very possible to lose your shirt doing that. Speaking of financial literacy, let's go back to basics. You have heard, I'm sure, of this law of finance, risk-return trade-off. So it's human nature, right? When I hear that, I think, ooh, return. The higher the risk, the higher the return. I'm going to have such a return on my money. And what I really should be thinking is, high risk, I'm going to lose on my money. What about all those videos I see about passive income? They're not such high risk. I'd say the same principle applies. Be cautious. Passive income is a misleading title. It's not really passive. You're going to actively invest your time, your energy, your money for an initial investment, and then the income part may or may not materialize. As one of my favorite YouTubers, Ali Abdal, says, time is your one non-renewable resource. Are you better off spending your time with your loved ones or spending this time to look for that certain loved one? Yes, I agree with EJ. So don't listen to the non-snake oil salesman. Don't do anything. What about entrepreneurial spirit? What about creativity? Be my guest. Be entrepreneurial. Be creative. I'm not discouraging you from taking risks. Here's what I suggest. If you decide to give one of these methods of making money a try, then set a timer for 30 to 45 minutes and dive into the research. And here's the important part. When the timer goes off, stop. Go get some water, go to the bathroom or something. Just don't grab a phone when you go to the bathroom. I know it's really tempting, but resist. The point is, decide consciously, am I going to devote more time to this? If you decide yes, then set your timer for another 30 minutes and go to town. And again, once the timer goes off, stop. Just the main thing to keep in mind is to be conscious of the decision you're making to spend your non-renewable resource of time on this topic. And next, you can watch this video about becoming stealthy wealthy and being the smartest guy in the room. I actually met a snake oil salesman, say that 3 times fast, an actual real life one on the train once. When he left the compartment, I was like, that was a snake oil salesman because he was selling some kind of ointment that had snake juice in it or something. I didn't quite understand what he was saying.